Hi, it's Kyle from Bitewing Games, and today we're learning how to play Gingham in a nutshell. We're not going to do the full how to play with the setup and everything, but just kind of a quick and dirty overview of how to play Gingham. In Gingham, players will be placing ants, collecting and stockpiling sweets, and trying to keep them protected from other thieving ants. The start player will place their queen on one of the four sides of the board, then place an ant in that row. The ants can't cross the central stitch, so if you placed your queen here, the ants could go in any of these spaces. The next player will go on the same side of the board, but a different row. Each player will place two queens and two ants this way. You're really trying to create chains between the same types of sweets. If you do, you score points for those sweets. So placing my ant here connects the cookies. I move one cookie pile to the other and score 1 point per ant in that chain. So here it's just 2 points, but later if I connect this pile to this pile, I move the cookies and score 8 points. After all players have placed their two queens and two ants, the player closest to the star will choose a new side of the board and move their queen there, and place an ant in that row. So placing here gives you fewer options as far as where to place your ant, but it lets you go earlier in turn order and decide what side of the board you're playing to next. Players can also claim a stockpile of sweets if they completely surround it. So if I place two ants here, I'll completely surround this stockpile, and I can claim it with my own token, scoring a point per piece there. So ideally you want to let the pile get big before scoring it, but it might get harder to surround, especially if it gets pulled to the middle where you need 4 ants to surround it. And that's the bulk of the game, strategically placing your ants, forming connections, and gathering stockpiles. You can kick another player's ant out of a spot, allowing you to sneak in and steal a big pile, or break their big connection. But anytime you do, that player gets to place their displaced ant anywhere on the board that they want to. So kicking another player out can be great, but it comes at a cost. Sugar cubes will also appear on the board. As you collect those, you can spend them to let you break some of the rules. Usually you have to select a unique row to place your queen, but these special abilities let you go where another player has gone, or they allow you to ignore the center stitch and place an ant across the stitch, allowing for some big and sneaky moves. You'll keep your points secret, but the game will end immediately when someone hits 32 points. Then you'll just do some simple final scoring. 1 point per token in each stockpile you've claimed, and 5 bonus points if your stockpile is taller than any stockpiles of that type of sweet. And that's Gingham. It's all about forming chains and preventing others from forming too big of a chain themselves. It's about timing and maybe making a mediocre move this turn, so that I can ensure I'm the first player to go next round and choose which side of the board we're playing to so I can then make my big moves. It's not a silly, mean, take that type of game, but it is highly interactive with some very fun, mean moments where you're really involved in blocking each other out. It comes in this beautiful box you can store right on your shelf, or if you're on the go and worry about box damage, you can easily throw it in the clamshell case and don't have to worry about dinging up your box. And the clamshell is free if you back the Kickstarter. All right, enough of an advertisement. That's Gingham in a nutshell. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments below. Until next time.